And we also have the choice to stay in the conditions of comparing and competition, or if we start to accept each living being as someone or something which has got the same right to be and which has got the same beautiful or other beautiful abilities and gifts, and we are here on earth because each of us has the right to be here on earth, and each of us has got their own way, their own soul plan. And when my soul plan is to be a homeless, for example, then this one, I know it sounds crazy, but if we don't see the bad, if we don't see the worse in life, how can we choose for the better? So everyone has got a soul plan, and so many homeless, they can transform their life even as well. They can, and they do. So many did already. So, and to go into this higher understanding of that each of us has got here a purpose, and we cannot compare ourselves with anyone or anybody because we have got another purpose. And we cannot go with, I cannot go into competition with an elephant when I'm a mouse. Yeah, so this is crazy to do so. So, and really to understand competition is just human made. It's just made from low frequency people, because the competition will always drive us further and further away from our higher being. Because in the competition, we try to be better, we try to get more, we are in the wants, we are in the needs. And we forgot who we really are. This is for what the competition is, that the people forget who they are, that the people put one layer after one layer in front of their higher being, in front of their higher self, in front of their beautiful divine given abilities and gifts. So when we get this just a little bit, we can say, oh, this is like something or someone is trying to control me. When I go into this mood of comparing and competition, then I lose myself totally. And yeah, there are many jobs and professions where you have to be in comparing and competition. And then ask yourself, do you do that for yourself? Do you do this because you have fun in this, what you do? Or do you do this because you need to make money, you need to have success, you need to be better? When it's this, then quit your job. Yeah, this is really, then do something better, do something which is fulfilled, where you have the feeling like, wow, I love this, I have a beautiful team around me and beautiful, nice people. It's always, as well here, it's a choice. Doesn't matter which job we have to do it with high frequented intentions. And we have to work for that. We really have to work for that. It's not like, I like this, I don't like this. I go to my work because I have to, because of the financial crisis and whatever. No, I go to work because I am grateful that I have work, that I have the possibility to get money, to pay my bills, to pay my food, yeah, and then to make a change in the perspective of having a job, which job ever it is, to really go into the gratitude. And when you are in a job where you have to compare and where you have to do the the judging and analyzing, and where you are always in a deep competition, then train yourself that you love what you do, because you can do that. You have got the possibility, the ability to do this, what you do, and it's about you. And this is what I found out, like, as more we go into the focus for ourselves, for I like what I do, I love what I do, this is fun, this is all right, and we go out of I have to be better, I need to have more. If we really go back to ourselves and whatever job we have, and then we do the job for ourselves in gratitude, with joy and fun, just because we have this possibility to work and to earn money. This is cool, actually. We can pay all the bills. If we do this, we will always be better than anybody else because we go back into our divine abundance, and there is everything. There even time doesn't exist. Sometimes people, sometimes I go from my place, and sometimes I walk to the train station. And actually, and this happens a lot, actually, the train station, when I walk to there, is 20 minutes away. So, and sometimes I'm just, like busy with myself, and all right, and this and that, and yes, and I do everything just playful, and everything is easy and cool, and I don't care about the time. And then I look to the clock and I see, oh, I only have 8 minutes. And then I say to myself, okay, I will just start to walk now. If I have to get this train will wait or come later. If not, I will take another train. It's cool. I don't know how many times I made it, even in 8 minutes, but walking easily. And there are many people who witness this, yeah? And they ask me, how do you do this? And then I say, I don't think about it. I don't think about it. I think about myself. And I can make a 20-minute way in 8 minutes without running. This is everything possible. We can do time shifts, yeah, shifting the time. And this is just so funny to experience this. And also when other people say, oh, I need it for that 5 hours, I do this in 1 hour. Not because I compare myself with this person. No, I'm just like, I'm in the flow. I do what I have to do. That was long time before, but it was like this. And I do what I do, and this and that, and I finish in 1 hour. And they ask me, how did you do this? And then I say, I was just in my flow. This is when we are in our flow and we appreciate our abilities. And so many people have cool abilities, even with numbers, with techniques, with so much. There are so many cool individual abilities, not only in a spiritual way, also here in this world, in this reality. And it's about to connect everything, to connect our spirituality with this reality, what is here, because everything is one. And also actually this reality is also spirituality, because this is our field of learning, this is our field of lessons, as you said, this is our school. So we can integrate everything and bring everything together, and we can forget about judging, analyzing, comparing, competition, and all that. When we just do, and when we just are.
Yeah, that you talk about being in the flow, and it's almost like the present moment pauses, and we just are. And then at some point we realize we're back in linear time. Oh, I got all this done in 1 hour. Oh, I had 8 minutes to walk 20, and it just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are little mini miracles. You know, if we just allow a shift of perspective, a flow to happen, you know, miracles aren't, they're not reserved for healing the sick or changing water into wine or whatever big, great things have happened. I mean, little miracles happen in our lives all the time. And if we're willing to look
Yeah,
at that, yeah, yeah, absolutely.
definitely. Yeah, there is another story which I want to share. This story is also so funny. There was a day, like I was absolutely with myself, just like happy and joyful, and I was carrying the sun inside of me, and I saw the sun outside. As the sun was there. And I will still always say the sun was there because the sun was there. And I walked out from my place into the small city where I live. And in those days, my daughter, she worked in a little restaurant, coffee shop, something like that. And I wanted to go there and I wanted to see her and drink a little tea. And I walked through the little small town. The sun was shining. And I was wondering why all the people around me were carrying an umbrella on below their heads. They were carrying an umbrella, and the umbrella was open. So I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on with them, and I didn't care about them. Yeah, just I went my way and I enjoyed the sun. And at the end, I reached the restaurant for my daughter. I opened the door. So many people had been there inside. Everyone with wet clothes. There have been so many umbrellas next to the door. Wet umbrellas. Everything was wet on the floor. I said to my daughter, what's going on? I said, why are here so many wet umbrellas? Why is here the water on the floor? And everyone stared at me. Everyone. And my daughter, she watched at me and she said, from where are you coming from? I said, well, from outside. And she said, can you turn around, please, and tell me again that you came from outside? Because I was not wet, dry clothes. I was in summer clothes, yes, summer style. And I turned around and it was flooding. Yeah, there was so much rain outside, and all the streets, all the pedestrian ways, everything was filled with rain and really floods. And I said to her, oh, this just started. And she said, no, this is the whole time. I said to her, you're joking. I went here with the sun. And she said to me, I don't know where you had been again, but here was no sun. Look at the people. Everyone has got wet clothes. Look at the umbrellas. Maybe you believe me then. And I watched outside again and I said, wow, this is just so cool. Yeah, everyone has got the rain and I have the sun, and I'm walking through sunshine while other people are getting wet and the floods are on the street. And for me, everything was dry. And to walk through the dimensions without thinking about it, without any pressure, and here you really can see the how is it in English? The parallel universe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are always different universes in the one moment. So, and when you are in the energy of one universe and you are so close with this, then you will really experience this universe. Although all the other people around you, you can see these people, but they have got another universe because they are not with you in your universe. And I experienced so many incredible, beautiful, magical, divine things that I don't doubt this anymore. There's no doubt for me that all these things are existence. And one thing what I really know is we don't have to believe in it because it is.
Yeah, belief, intention, those are really important things. And sometimes it helps to have some validation along the way, you know, that, oh, I did have that experience. Oh, things are a little different now. Validation's good on our path, but at some point our belief system kicks in and it's just our belief. No
Yeah.
right, no wrong. It's ours. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's beautiful story.
Yeah.
I like walking through the sunshine and everybody else is experiencing. I mean, not that I want them to experience, flooding and rain, but that's just beautiful. You get there and I'm like, I was outside. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the proof of everything else, but this is what I was experiencing. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. Yes, Matty, this was such a beautiful conversation with you, and I feel so honored to
Yeah, me.
have had this beautiful exchange, yeah, from soul to
Yeah,
soul, from heart to heart. And yeah, if there is anyone outside who loves to get in contact with Matty, I will put all the links from Matty below this video, so into the description. You can get in contact with him, yeah. And
I
he
would
and
love that.
his yes, and he and his wife, they are doing beautiful work with beautiful intentions, pure intentions. Yes, and just feel free to contact them and try something new. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's have an adventure together. Let's
Yes.
connect. Let's connect with the soul. Yeah,
Yes.
and I very much feel honored to have shared this experience with you and just a wonderful heart-to-heart conversation. And thank you for sharing, your knowledge and experience with me and allowing me to be on your podcast and to, share mine with you and your audience. I just feel honored. Thank you. It's brought me a lot of joy today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are
Mm.
so appreciated. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
So I wish for everyone all the best.
Mm.
And I'm looking forward to see you all again. Bye.